Welcome to the next program. So today we are going to start with the lab exercise program. So already the first and the second program which you have done. So the first program, second program is very simple. Now we are going to do the scriptic programs from the third program onwards. Now what does our third program says? Develop and demonstrate. Now we are going to demonstrate how you are going to use JavaScript to do the two tasks. So what is our first task? Clearly says input a number n obtained using prompt. So by using prompt window, now you have to use prompt window, not the text box or what we were doing till now. From prompt window you are going to get one number, and what is the output? You have to give the first Fibonacci number. So you have to display the first Fibonacci number using the prompt output, right? We are going to use the prompt and we try to design a program through which you are going to find the Fibonacci series, that is first Fibonacci series of a given n number, right? So now let us try to build this particular very simple program, or it is by using script. So first, so we'll try to get the structure. So h2, so what is this? Our program 3. So program 3a, because we have two tasks what you are going to do. The first one is you are going to see here. What is the first task you are going to do? You are going to do Fibonacci series, right? So the second task is that you have to find take a number n and find its square, right? That is the next part we are supposed to do. So the first one is Fibonacci series. So you are going to display the Fibonacci series. So now we are supposed to use the prompt window. Now since we are saying that we are going to use a prompt window through which you are going to display, so I don't think any body tag, because in body, now if you want to display, give a caption and give an input button and all those things we were doing in our previous program. Now nothing is required because we are using a prompt window. Now prompt window is by default it is present by using the function called as prompt. So now directly we'll go to our head section and we'll start writing our script here. So we are going to take, so now since for a Fibonacci series, as we know that we will take three numbers. So we know that every Fibonacci series, so it starts with a number 0. So the 0 and 1. So these are the two values or two numbers, starting number of our Fibonacci series. Now if you give a number 5, if you give 5 as an input, you want to generate 5 Fibonacci series, then the first number is 0, the second number is 1, and the third number will be addition of these two numbers. 0 plus 1 is 1, and the next number will be addition of previous two numbers. 1 plus 1 is 2. So by default now we have two numbers. So for the first one we will take it as a variable f1, the next number will take it as variable f2. And how do you find the third number f3, Fibonacci number f3? You are going to get this third number f3 by adding the previous two, that is f1 plus f2. So that is the logic which you are going to follow. So now we will declare these numbers. So f1, initially the first number is 0, so we'll take another variable f2. The second number is 1, and the third number which we are going to calculate, initially we will assign that also number to 3. So now we'll declare another variable. Now we are going to get this number n. So how we are going to get this particular number n? We are going to use a prompt window. So type prompt. So you can see here, open bracket, in double quotation you give the message. So what you want, now enter a valid number. So enter a valid number and with semicolon. So now you got a particular number here. Now you are going to check now this, if this number, right? So when you are going to enter, if this number is not equal to null, if you give an empty, if you don't give any number, it will display some errors or alert message, or we can say, and your number should not be greater than 0, should be greater than 0. That means it should not be 0, and always the number what you are going to give to generate Fibonacci series, always the number should be greater than 0. If that is the case, then we are writing our script. Now what is the first thing? So we will display some content. So document dot write will display some content, that is here now you just observe, if number, if this particular number if not equal to null and number is greater than 0, so then it is a valid number, right? Now we want to initially we want to display first two numbers, so we will say document dot write, so in double quotation Fibonacci series is equal to, we'll add a break tag, right? Because we are using the document dot write. Now we are writing, we are embedding in the script, we are writing in the script, we are using br tag, so that the next line whatever is printing, it comes into the next line for us. So we add a break tag here. Clear? So after displaying, so now we will see. Now if your number, if you are given number, if it is equal to 1, so if you are given only one number, right, if you are given only one, n is equal to 1, you are given, what is the Fibonacci series? 0, you have to print 0. If you give nx 2, so the by default what are the two Fibonacci series? 0 and 1. So for that, if you are given input number is equal to just one number, if you are giving as 1, so then we'll say document dot write. So what is that? By for this first number is f1 plus, now after displaying that number, next number should come in the next line. So for that, now we are going to add our, in double quotation we are going to add this break tag, right? So we have added our break tag so that the next number comes in the next line. Else if the number is not equal to 1, so then, so what we do, again we will say document dot write. So you are going to display f1 plus, put a break, right, slash, that is br tag. After this, display your second number f2 plus, in double quotation put a break tag. So now two numbers you have displayed, 0 and 1. So 0 and 1 you have displayed. Now you have to go from the next numbers. So now we are going to take a for loop. If your input, if it is greater than two numbers, then you have to start calculating the Fibonacci series. Now we will say for I is equal to 3. From third number you are going to start. For I equal to 3, I is less than or equal to num and I plus plus. Now how do you get the third number? That is f3. You are going to get third number f3 equal to f1 plus f2. So once you get the third number, display that particular number. So document dot write. So you are going to display f3. After displaying f3, the next number should come in our next line. So we will use a br tag. So br, right? So once you have displayed the f3, so now you have to it keeps on going in a loop, for loop. So we have to adjust the value. So how do you adjust? Now f1 equal to f2 and f3 is equal to f2. f1 equal to f2 and f3 equal to f2. So you right, f1 you are putting, see you have three numbers, right? Let me take here. So now you have three numbers. So if this is f1, if this is f2, now if you want f3, so next time when you are saying f3 equal to f1 plus f2, next series is you have to add these two numbers. To add these two numbers, so you are going to put the content of f2 in f1 and content of f3 in f2. So content of f2 you are putting in f1. So f1 is equal to f2 and content of f3 you are putting in f2, right? So this is what you are writing. So now you are putting that in a for loop. So once you have put this in a for loop, now after this, that is, now you are going to check. See, this is your if loop. If this input is not valid, so then you are going to say or display an alert saying that enter a valid number. Enter a valid number. If your given input is wrong, directly it comes to this part and it is going to alert message. It is trying to say please enter a valid number. So now this is our a simple script to display the Fibonacci series. Now let us see now this is what is called as the prompt window. Now this is by default, it is coming. As soon as you say prompt, you are going to get, you will get a box, OK and cancel button. We are not done anything, just by default it is taking. So now let us say that we give a number 5 and click on OK button. So as soon as you click on OK button, now you see 1 2 3 4 5, right? So first two numbers are 0 1. This is the third number, that is 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3. You are getting 3, you should get 3 but you are getting 2. So what is the mistake we have done? So F1, F2 you are putting in F1 and F3 you have to put in F2, so that next time when you are adding F3 equal to F1 plus F2, the numbers are being changed here. Now let us refresh and see. So we'll give 5, 0 1, 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3. So this is how. So now you are displaying the Fibonacci series. Now if you give any other number, right? So if you give a number 0, now it says enter a valid number. It is not going to accept. So this is our simple part A program, now where you are trying to display the Fibonacci series. So what is the takeover of this particular program is how you are going to use the prompt window. So you are going to use the prompt window to accept the number and trying to write a script so that you are going to display the content on your particular program. So this is the part A program. Now what does the part B says? Now part B, right, the part B program says that input a number n obtained using the prompt window. Again here also you are going to use a prompt window to accept a number. Then what is the output you are going to give? Now you are going to say a table n, a table of numbers from 1 to n and their squares using alert. Now you have to display the squares also. So you have to display, if you give 1 square is 1, 2, suppose if you give 5, so you have to display 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square and 5 square in an alert window, right? This is what the program says. Now it is very easy how to get 1 square is 1 into 1, 2 square is 2 into 2, 3 square is 3 into 3, etc. Put everything in a for loop and do multiply these two counters. So now that is the thing what we are supposed to do. Okay, so now let us try to go to our part B program. So what is our 3A B, right? Now what we are going to do, we are going to find the table of squares, right? We are going to create the table of the squares of a particular number. So we'll take a variable. So our number equal to, we'll use a prompt window, right? Enter a number. So you accept that particular number. Now while this number is greater than 0, so while your number is greater than, while your number, suppose say if your number is less than or equal to 0, if you have given a wrong input, right? Now at that time you just alert, give an alert message to the user saying that please enter a valid number. Give an alert and once again accept that proper number from the prompt. So prompt enter a valid number if in case the user is typing anything wrong, right? Now otherwise, now if you have already typed the input, if your input is already correct, you come outside your while loop. So now, so you will say document dot write. So you are going to say number and their square. So what is the number and their square? So we'll use a BR tag, come into the next line. This is the heading what you are going to print. So you print this. So now we'll use the logic. So we'll just take a variable. Now what we are doing is that we will take one variable called as message, right? Now to this particular variable message, it is just a message you are going to take, and you are going to say the square of, right, SQUA, the square of /n. Now you see, now here in this message we are using /n, so you have to understand here. Now this /n, it helps us to print in the next line, right? So in the message it will work, but when you want to put that in an HTML tag, so you are going to use this break. If you don't use this break, then the display will be coming in the same line. So that is why now here but here /n is not going to work, so it works here. So we are taking one message, because this message later we are putting in our alert window. So initially we are taking the message as the square of, right, the square, the number and the square of, here we have displayed. In the next line you are going to say just the square of, so we are saying /n. Now we are going to use a for loop. So we'll say we are going to start from for I is equal to 1, I is less than or equal to n, that is the number what we are accepting, num, and I plus plus. So what you are doing, so you will take by message, initially what message equal to message plus, initially what is your message, this one, /n. Next line it comes. Now what you are going to display, you are going to say I. So message of I plus, you are going to say, that is 1 2 3 you are going to get, then 1's square is, right, 1 its square is, now what is its square, so you will say plus. So how do you find its square, 1 square is, that is I here, initially it is I, right? So I into I will give you its square. Now plus /n. So next item should come into the next line. So in a for loop, when it goes, it keeps on calculating. I is 1 initially, so 1 square it does, then I becomes 2, so 2, and its square is 2 into 2, then 3, its square 3 into 3, like this everything is done. Once the for loop is completed, all that result is stored in this variable called as message. Now once everything is ready, we will use an alert window, and in this alert window we will print that message. So we are going to print that particular message in that particular alert window, right? Now let us see. So it is asking enter a number, so we'll give 5, click on OK. Now you can see on this alert window, now what we got, the square of, right, 1. So first number 1, we are given 5 numbers, still 5 we are given. So now it gives us a table. Now 1, its square is 1, 2, its square is 4, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, 4 is 16, 5 is 25, right? Now this is another simple program, now which is going to give you, that is the sum of the number and its square. Clear? Hope it's very clear. So now we will end up this. I will have a this particular third program. So this completes our third program. So just practice this. Have a nice day. Bye bye.